Oh my god, this guy. You want to be so cute, like fixing.
You're gonna put it on YouTube, right?
Of course.
Of course, so I gotta be nice, man. What are you talking about? I even feel like I'm look good, man.
You look good, baby. You look good.
No, hey, whoa, yo.
Hey, you're supposed to cut your hair today, but it's okay. It's not a prayer moment.
How are we gonna start?
Okay. Okay, let's just start. I'm gonna stop it there. Okay. Okay.
It's already playing.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Here we're back.
We're back after millions of years.
Millions of years. It's been a long time, really long time, but we're here. We're still here.
We're still alive.
Yeah, we're still alive.
Here and there.
And there.
We're dead. We wake up. We're dead.
Stop. We're not dead. We're not dead. We're dead, but
well, anyway,
we don't really have time to do videos, but we take picture. People who know us on Facebook see us on Facebook. So on Instagram, we there. So
we haven't disappeared completely, so we're good.
We're good. So today is our 5th year anniversary.
Yes, 50 years anniversary. Can you believe that?
Can you believe that? Like, it was like a joke, yo.
Thank God.
I mean, this guy was like a joke. Like, are we gonna be together until now? But
if you guys know what I'm going through with this lady, man, I don't know how I'm surviving.
I don't know myself. I wonder how I am surviving myself.
We thank God. We thank God.
That's the only thing you can
God
say.
is in control.
Yeah, he is. So, okay, so we wanted to do the couples tag for our 50th year anniversary. So we're just gonna choose. We just went on Google and then tried to find the questionnaire. So we're just gonna choose 10 of the question, and then we're gonna work out. So we're gonna ask the question, then each of us gonna reply the way he thinks. All right. So, before that, I need to ask again because I asked him already, but I'm gonna ask again. So, baby, how does it feel like being 5 years married?
Feels great. It feels great. It's quite an experience. I love it, and you know, I made the right choice from the beginning, and every day I live to celebrate. You know, I'm blessed to have you in my life. 2 kids after, and we're still going strong. And you are an amazing woman, great woman, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that God sent you in my life.
I am glad to. Well, I would say the same thing. Like, it's been 5 great years. Of course, you know, we are humans, and then we are Christian. So the devil doesn't really like Christian to be together. So we had our share of fight, not fighting together, but we had problems coming on in our marriage, and then but we together because we are one, so we fight and we won a lot of battles.
We stay strong.
We stay strong, and we still stronger. And I got it.
When the devil come, we both fight the devil together.
Yeah, so I got an amazing husband, and I thank God every day for him. So when I look at my husband, I always say thank God. Like, it's a blessing. Like, I think I always say that when I look at my husband, I really say that God really loves me, because he knew that I needed someone like him in my life. And yeah, so 5 years, amazing 5 years, glorious 5 years. And
the thing is, one thing like the couples forget to do is that to fight together. So what happened is, you know, like one person want to take everything on their head.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way. If something happened, and make sure you guys stick together and fight together, and then everything will be fine. But if one person, sliding and the other person is trying, remember the devil is very strong.
Yeah.
So it takes more than just one person to break it.
That's right.
So
that's right. Okay, so we're gonna go to the questions now. So the first question: when did we meet?
We met in 2013. So we met in 2013 in Oakland.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's right.
yeah,
So
that's
that's it. What was your first opinion of me? So you reply first, and I will reply my first opinion. Your first opinion of me when you saw me that day.
My first opinion about this woman. You're gonna listen to this.
Maybe that take long though.
When I met her, I knew. When I met her, I wanted her so bad. I look at she was, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my eyes, and I wanted to make sure that I can have her. And then, but then I was scared, and I was like, I had some reservation because I didn't want to get hurt because I was living in San Jose at the time, and she was living in Oakland, and I didn't want to get all my hopes up that when maybe I was thinking maybe we won't end up working out together. So. But in the long story short, when the first time that I met her, I knew that I was praying to God that for me to have her, So and I told God that if I have her, I'll be so happy, and I have her, and I'm still happy today.
Yeah, so my first opinion of my husband was the first time when I saw him, he came and picked me up. I was like, oh my God, he was so cute, and at the same time, I was like, oh my God, he was kind of, like too quiet. He was quiet. I didn't know that he talked like that. Now I know that my husband can talk, but the first time he came to see me, he was so cute, and then he was so calm, and I was like, oh, maybe he's too young for me. Maybe I needed someone maybe older. So I'm like, okay, but we can still be friends because we have the same age, same age range. So I'm like, we can still be friends because like when we went out to eat, we were so friendly. We were holding hands, we were laughing, like cracking up in the car. And so that was my first opinion. Like he was cute, and the second man was shy. Well, like, he was not quiet, but he was shy. So I was like, oh, maybe he's too young for me, and I needed maybe someone older. But no, I mean it's the best choice ever because like we had the same age range, and we having fun like crazy. Yourself, you see that. So yeah, so that was my first opinion. So when did you know I was the one? When
did I know she was the one? It was the time when we went out. That time we were in front of CVS, and we got kind of like serious. But I was not thinking that she'll be my wife. And then and I asked her, I said, hey, can you come?
Move with me.
I said, yeah, was it moving? I said, because first of all, I was trying to ask you to come, start spending the night.
Yeah.
And then I was asking her to spend the night, and then she can't. So, and then I like, why not? I mean, I see you're grown. Why can't you at least sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. So like, my parents don't allow that. And then she was like, but if you pay my bride price, then we will practically like be kind of like married now. We're married. Once you pay my bride price, it's like we're married. And I was like, oh, okay. Is that the reason why? She was like, yeah. So how much it is? And she was like, if you pay like $800 for my, just take $800 and then.
I didn't really care.
You're like just $800. I don't know, $800 and go see my parents and we're good. It'll be like we're married. And I was like, oh, is that what it is? I thought, okay, that's easy. I said, we can do it, now if you want to. And then that's when I know, like in my head, okay, like if she like really asked me to pay her bride price so that she can be with me, that's when I was convinced that she really loved me. And then from there now, I didn't take it. I took it like very seriously now because like not that many women will encourage you for you to marry them. If you have a woman who encourages you to marry, it's like who encourages you to marry her, I mean that she really loves you and she want to be with you, and that's the reason why since then, from that day on, I knew that she would be my wife.
Yeah. Okay, so as for me, I know that he was the one when we went. It was a family vacation that we went with his family where he was living, and I think it was August, September 2013, something like this. And we went there and we went through like a big old fight. It was an argument, me and him. We had a big old argument. And after that, we went back home, and that same night we made peace. So I felt like he was the one in the way that, you know, it wasn't like, okay, I won't talk to her anymore, because, you know, we were still boyfriend, girlfriend, and then at that point we could have just, you know, break up at that point. But we didn't, because that same night we made peace. Like that same night we made peace. So I was like, you know, I don't want to let that go. Like I just don't want to let that go. And that is the day that I know that he was mine, because I know that with him we can go to the worst, but we will rise up, you know, faster and then stronger. That's how I felt like we can go to the worst and then rise up faster and stronger. And that was important for me, because I'm this person who, when you hurt me, I will keep it in my heart for days, for years, without talking about it. But having him by myself, like, okay babe, that's it, it's finished, you know, we fix it right now, you know, I needed something like that in my life, someone like that in my life too. So that's how I knew that he was the one. And
we still, like, you know, same thing today, like me and her, like when we have argument or we have problems, you know, like it took like maybe like for like at least March is like an hour or so, you know,
yeah.
So it's great, you know, like, you know, it's nice.
Okay, so now it's what is my worst habit? What you don't like? Like, what is my worst habit?
I don't know. I guess, like, so when we go to a party, right? You know, like we'll be sitting down and then somebody crack a joke, like she will like, she will burst with laugh. Oh,
so the question was, what is my worst habit?
Yeah. So like I said earlier, yeah, when we go to a party, when we used to go to a party, and then somebody will crack a joke, right? And then she will be like, she will laugh so loud, like, and everybody will be like, you know, what's going on, you know, because she's too excited. Yeah. So I thought that was like, you know, kind of weird, but yeah.
Okay, as for me, okay, like I'm gonna now. if I'm
whatever you feel like to say, baby,
yeah,
okay.
I know, but I just don't want it like to be like a thing funny or something like that. But what is his worst habit is fart.
Hey, who doesn't fart? You know, you could hide yours in the silent treatment. Who cares?
It's annoying because he push it like it's like like he push it by force sometimes. It's like, baby, stop it. And then it's like sometimes you do it next to me or something like that. I'm like, why will you do that? Like, why will you do and they say sometimes it comes like, no, without you knowing. I know everybody, I do, but without you knowing. But him, sometimes you feel like he's really doing it by purpose, or like he's like like stuff like that. It's annoying. Yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy, but okay, yeah. So what is my best habit?
Music. She loves music. She loves to dance, which is I love too. And very, very friendly. It's fun to be around. She's very positive, and I love that about her.
Yeah, so I would say the same thing about him too. He's like, he likes to crack me up. He's a really funny guy. So that's maybe his best habit. Like the way he treats me, the way he treats people in general. He's a really good person. Like he has a good heart. Like he really has a good heart. So I like that. What is something I cannot live without?
I would say without me.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah, no, I mean like in a positive way. Because like we get so used to each other. Like the fun and everything that we have in common, and it's really really hard to live without each other. I remember when she went to Africa for like 1.5 months, and I really feel it when she was not here. Like the house was like quiet, lonely. And I remember when I come home, sometimes like I watch TV and I get tired, I just go lay down. It was kind of like really really boring, and so yeah. I feel like,
so that's really
I feel like
true.
we're really attached to each other.
Like
so it's hard to.
I mean, some people sometimes they say, "Oh, it's not right to depend to each other so much," but we do actually, because first of all, because before even we met, we didn't really have that life of like 1,000 friends or 1,000 people around us to go out. We're
our friends. We don't go anywhere.
So we used to be like friends. Really close people, but before even we met. So when we met, we became our own friends, our own best friend. So it means it makes us really close. So we cannot, when we are not together. Sometimes when talking about Africa, when I was in Africa, the number of times my husband was calling me, all my sister was like, "Really? Again? Like really?" Yeah, that's how he does that. Not just because I was in Africa, even here when he's at work, he will call me if he have an exciting news. He has to call me to share. If he has something sad, he has to call me to share. So that is I mean, it's the same thing with me. I have to call him to share. Baby, this is happening. This happened. We are the first person we go to, so we cannot live without each other. So who is more affectionate?
I say, I say me.
He like kiss, he like hug. Yeah. He like to be on my body, like stop it, babe. Sometimes like you like curl my hair, you like cuddling and all that. Yeah. I mean,
love, man, love make you live longer,
Okay, so one last. What do we argue most about? I can cut and put together, so those quiet time you can just cut it and put. So what do we argue most about?
What do we argue most about? Something's about phone. I don't know, phone?
No, money.
Money?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I would say not in the Bible, but I would say money. My side, I would say money. By the way, sometimes I buy stuff. Cause like we're gonna go 100, all right. So sometimes I like to buy stuff, even I have to buy stuff and I want, not I need. Yeah, sometimes like I want something and then like okay, we needed to pay that bills or something like that. And I want just to buy it, and then sometimes my husband will be like, "No, you need to pay the bills first before you buy that." Pretty much like that.
Like it's like sometimes we have bills, and I do all the calculation. I know the kind of bills are coming up, and so that I try to let her know that if bills are coming up, we need to take it easy and just make sure that we have enough money to pay our bills, because we don't want have any bad notice in our door for.
Yeah,
so,
which is good.
So sometimes we argue about it and try to make her understand. But
so
but I'm sure that most couples out there, they also understand this kind of stuff, that bills gotta be paid. So
because apart from that, I don't really see why we argue though. Because
sometimes stupid stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
but, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The most important thing is that we're here after 5 years. We're going strong. We have 2 kids.
I understand, but
we have a beautiful family. I have good job. We're not out. We're doing good. We're doing great, and we have some really great things going for us, for our family. And
okay, last question. Use one word to describe me.
One word.
One word. Only one to describe me. I
say fantastic. fantastic. She's very, very amazing. So, perfect woman for me. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, for moi, perfect woman. Love you.
And I would say loving.
Yeah.
He's really loving.
By the way, my Divina's crying. My daughter crying in the room.
I know.
So,
He's really loving.
I gotta go bring my daughter.
So that's it.
I love you guys.
We are happy.
My wifey more.
I love you too, baby. Mwah.
Okay.
Bye.